Three things. There are three things in this world that I am obsessing over. First, elephants. Second, this color. And third, highlights. That's it. That's all I gotta say about life. Enjoy the video. Thank you so much for joining me again. This is, I believe, my third tutorial, third tutorial that I've been doing on my channel, and this tutorial is actually the one that I had in mind to do as my first video, but I saw glitter and, you know, bad things happen. So for just an FYI, I'm not coming over a cold. I'm fighting a cold. No, I'm not fighting a cold. What's the thing whenever you're like, you don't have a cold, but like you're fighting fighting over a cold? Getting over a cold? Whatever. I had a cold, now it's gone, but I still have a cough. Do the math. 2 + 2. You know, I have family up in New York. They live in Long Island in a small community called Franklin Square. And my little cousin Sophia, who I adore more than my life itself, and I wish I could be with them right now, is starting to do makeup. So the only way I can even show her how to do this look is through cameras. So this is also for her and for anyone in general who just wants to learn how to do such a simple yet beautiful look. This look defines simplicity. It has the sharp edge, but then you have such a beautiful blend going on your lid where it's not going to be over dramatic. It's so simple. It's such a pretty feminine look where I feel like if I wore this every day for the rest of my life, me and my makeup career would just go boom. I've been getting so many messages and so many comments on what are some techniques, on some tips and tricks to help you guys achieve it. But I thought about it and I better make a tutorial on it because there's no other way for you guys to truly get the, you know, precision that comes with this look in a 15-second video. Therefore, I thought about what I was going to be doing today, and it's a Saturday, I'm not doing anything, so I decided, let's paint our faces. So with that being said, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe for my weekly tutorials, and please enjoy the video. Jumping right into the video, we already have our eyes primed, and I used a Lime Creme eyeshadow helper. And as far as what I'm going to be using under my eye, they are called shadow shields. What they are is basically a padding that you place underneath your eye to prevent any fallout or just to perfect any makeup application. So what it is, it just looks like this. It's just a regular padding, and what I do is I cut them in half. So I use one single pad for both of my eyes. I cut it in half and I get the straight edge just to ensure that our wing is not crooked. And another alternative for this could be just regular Scotch tape. So if you're used to that, just go ahead and stick with that. As far as placement, I usually tend to place it on the corner of my eyes, connecting up to the end of my brow. And you don't want to place it too high like this because that can definitely defeat the purpose, or even too low, because that is how your eye shape will change and it's not going to give you that smoked out cat eye. So it does have an adhesive on the end, so it's just going to stick and it won't move. So moving on to the palette, I know you guys just died. I am using the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, and I'm taking the shade on a large fluffy brush and just dusting that all over my crease. It doesn't necessarily matter how you do it, what you do it with, just take a nice blending brush and just blend it in. I'm taking this Mauve shade from the same palette on a much smaller brush, not necessarily a blending brush, but a placement brush. I'm just going to be defining my crease ever so slightly, and then I'm going to be going back in with the brush I used before just to blend that shade and the shade before this so it all looks seamless. And now this is what your eye will look like. Moving on to this dark brown shade and a small shader brush, I'm going to be taking this and really light-handed, I'm just going to be shadowing where my liner would be. And what I mean by that is just going to be a guidance for where the black shadow will be. So this is not necessarily even going to show when you're all done. So you can just be careless, doesn't have to be perfect. After this, I'm going to be taking a small dome brush and blending it all out because just like I said, it's not going to show. So you can be messy. And after, this is what's going to look like. So our next step is taking any matte black shadow. The Jaclyn palette does not have a matte black, but I'm pretty sure everyone and their mom's mom owns a matte black shadow. So it's not necessarily a problem. This is Corrupt by Makeup Geek Cosmetics. I'm just going to be placing that where we had the brown before. And this is what I meant by saying it's going to act as a guidance to where our black is going to go. So just tap it on, nothing too fancy, and then take that same blending brush, dome brush, and just buff out the middle part, not the edge part, because we want to keep that clean. So once you're done with that, take off the shadow shield, and you can see how clean and crisp that looks, and wipe off any of the excess that might have fallen down. And so far, this is what your eye is going to look like. Next, we are taking a matte white shadow. This is number 40 by Morphe Brushes. It's their single pans. And I'm going to be placing that with a flat brush on the inner half of my lid. Not all the way because we don't want to go on top of the black liner. So then I'm taking the first color and the fourth color on the first row. And I'm going to be mixing that and placing that right wherever I put the white. The white basically served as a primer, or not necessarily a primer, but a color just to make this color stand out much more. And these, mixing them together, it comes out to be like a cute pink champagne shade. And if any of that color does fall down on the black liner, which it most likely will, just take that same matte black shadow and run over that. Next, we're going to be lining our eyes. I am using Morphe Brushes black gel liner and the 250-1 brush. So the way I line my eyes with this specific look is the thinness of the bristles on the brush is how thin I'd like my liner to be. I don't necessarily prefer if you guys like thick liner, go ahead and work with it, but on my eyes, I don't find it to be too appealing with this look because it doesn't contrast well with a shadow because the shadow is not that thick. I then tightline my waterline and you can see what a difference that made. It just made my eyes pop and stand out even better. And I then take the same exact gel liner and I pop it on my waterline. Then I blend it out with the same transitioning shade that we had in our crease. As far as lashes go, I take two number 217s and I double stack them because it gives a really nice thick appearance to it and also gives a really pretty flare when you do look down. For my brow bone, I'm going to be using the first color in her palette. It's the first color in the first row and it's just a really pretty shimmery shade. For my mascara, I am using L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. It is one of my favorite mascaras. And for my top lashes, I'm just going to be giving it a soft coat on the base of the lash, but I'm not going to go all the way. And as for my lower lashes, I'm just going to separate them all. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for my weekly tutorials. And leave a comment down below on what you guys want to see next. Thank you so much for watching. Second. Okay, let's do this, guys. Oh my god. Damn. And how did Cheaper by the Dozens parents do this? Okay. Don't believe me, just watch. Video a thumbs up and subscribe. Where was I? My point is, what is my point? I keep on saying my point is. I don't even know what my point is. But I have a point. So I took your guys' respond, and if I don't respond to you, I'm just a horrible person. I'm kidding. I'm an amazing person. Done. I don't even know.